guys, today is the day of my graduation and his first day of WSC. My WSC is tomorrow, guys. So today we're going for breakfast and then my parents are gonna drop him. We're staying in Dubai, that's why. So we're not gonna take a shuttle bus like we did last year. And yeah. You excited? Look guys, I have this Minions bag. Guys, just finished breakfast and my parents are dropping the brother to WSC, so I'm going back to the hotel room alone and I'm gonna practice my speech for my grad and maybe visit the grad. Okay, I checked the grade 10 graduation that's happening right now. Very cool. It starts at like 11 a.m. It's currently 7 and there's already people there like, what bro? Y'all are so early. Oh guys, I do feel the physical need to rant about my nails. So I got them done, but these are gel tips. And these two peeled off. Like, these two are nice, and then these two peeled off. Like, I genuinely... What? So, yeah. Okay, I'm back in the hotel room. And I'm gonna do my stuff. OMG, also guys, I want to show my flowers. So this one is from my parents. I'm so happy. This is from my boyfriend. He got me lilies. Yesterday we went swimming and we went on a date. It was really cute and my parents were the ones who like dropped us and everything. So I was really happy yesterday. Hi guys, so I currently finished showering and now I'm going to practice my speech. So about my speech, I'm doing the words of gratitude or the response speech because I'm the valedictorian and I'm the FEC president. So yeah, this was originally like 10 pages, but I made it 8 because they said to shorten it. Hi guys, I woke up from a 4-hour nap and now I'm gonna put a face mask on and I'm going to study for WSC. So hi vlog, this is my makeup so far and I'm doing my hair and I was filming a get ready with me for TikTok, which is why I forgot to film for YouTube. So yeah, I'm using the wavy top thermal brush to style this. It's my dad.
You want another order?
Yeah, you want more?
So big na!
Hindi, maliit lang.
Sabi nga nila, careful what you wish for.
Yung maliit lang, if you want.
No!
Ayun, sasabi mo, I want to receive a bouquet of flowers and like that.
I said a bouquet. I didn't say bouquets.
Leadership Award, Communication Arts Award, Awards in Outstanding Performance in Science, the Meridian Outstanding Campus Journalist Award as News Writer, with highest honors.
entitles Chanel to a 100% discount of visual and miscellaneous fees with any FEU wholesale campus for school year 2026-2027.
Thank you, Paul, for that introduction. Good evening to our distinguished guests, to our Marikina campus head and principal, Mrs. Susan V. Torres, our ODL principal, Ms. Mary Carbinalay, our academic coordinator, Ms. Dana Milaranang, our NetSuite supervisor, Ms. Jeneline Sumalino, and our UAE coordinator, Ms. Crisel Vicentina. To all respected members of this institution, our valued stakeholders, beloved teachers, supportive parents and guardians, and to my fellow graduates in this quiet, resilient, and unforgettable journey, good evening. Today is not just a celebration of achievement, it is a celebration of endurance. We gather here today not just as students who completed a requirement, but as individuals who have grown not only in knowledge, but in character, resilience, and in heart. And as we sit here wearing our caps and our gowns, celebrating this milestone we once dreamed of, let me ask you this. When was the last time you truly looked at someone and wondered, what were they carrying? There were so many moments when we found ourselves defending the online distance learning modality. People assumed it was easier for us, that learning from home meant comfort and convenience. But we know the truth. Behind those screens were students balancing responsibilities, practicing discipline, and holding on to integrity, even when no one else was watching. To those who carried expectations on their shoulders because you're already at home, I see you. To those who sat in front of their screens with their cameras off, not because they were disengaged, but because they were overwhelmed, I see you. To those who failed, doubted themselves, and still chose to show up the next day despite having a heavy heart, I see you. Every unseen effort mattered, and through it all, we learned something important. That failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. There is a world called Sonder. The realization that everyone around you is living a life as vivid and as complicated as your own. There was once a time I was shortlisted for a TED Talk, and it was themed around a prism. And ever since then, that prism stayed with me. When light passes through a prism, it separates into different colors, distinct, yet still part of the same light. And that prism became a symbol of us. Because just like that light, we all carry stories that refract into different experiences, struggles, and victories. Each of us is living a life as complicated and meaningful as it is. Someone around you is smiling while feeling overwhelmed. Someone is holding on to good news with no one to share it with. Someone is trying to get through the day. Sonder reminds us to slow down, to stop assuming, and to truly see the people around us, even if we will never fully understand their stories, because they matter too. They say that there are 8 billion people in the world walking their own path. No two lives are ever the same, and yet out of all those billions, our paths cross. Somehow, in this vast universe, we found each other, and I was lucky enough to meet you all, to talk to you, to understand you even just a little, and to see life through your perspectives. And now, I am even luckier to graduate alongside you. Because as much as this moment is a celebration, it is also a quiet goodbye. Because the truth is, we may never see each other ever again. Our paths will diverge, our stories will continue in different directions. And so today, I wish each and every one of you the courage to chase your own dreams, the strength to face your struggles, and the kindness to see what's beyond visible. Earlier, as I was studying again for my final round of the World Scholars Cup, I came across this year's theme, Are We There Yet? A question that felt so simple, yet so unfamiliar. On the very first page, there was a quote misattributed to Ralph Waldo Emerson. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. At first, I dismissed it because naturally, when you set a goal, you want to reach it, you want to arrive, and that's the whole point, right? But the more I sat with it, the more I began to question that instinct. Because standing here today at this graduation, I realized it was never just about getting here. My time here at FEU Roosevelt has been undeniably short, but it became the most meaningful chapter of my education. In just 2 years, I learned more about the world, about life, about society, and about myself than I ever did in the 11 years before it. And what's surprising is, it wasn't the awards or the titles or the recognition that shaped me the most. It was the quietness, the unseen battles, and the failures I tried so hard to once avoid. Because failure didn't break me, it built me, it humbled me. It forced me to confront parts of myself that I didn't want to see. And in doing so, it showed me who I could become. It taught me that growth is uncomfortable and progress is not always visible, and that sometimes the moments that feel like the end are actually the beginning of something greater. I stand here today not because I never failed, but because I've learned how to rise every single time I did. And if I'm being honest, standing here as your SEC president was never something I expected. This year, I failed a literature exam by 1 point. I cried over 1 to 2 mistakes on my physics and chem quizzes. I asked my teachers, "Sir, saan ba ako nagkulang? In which aspect can I improve on when I don't perfect a beta?" I said to my friends, at least pasado, what can I do? While I sobbed quietly because I felt like I wasn't achieving my personal goals. All this while juggling responsibilities at home, in school, and elsewhere. But for the longest time, my journey didn't look like this. I wasn't an honors student in elementary. I only began receiving honors and high honors in high school. I ranked 5th in grade 10 and 5th again in grade 11. So to be here today, speaking in front of all of you, isn't something that came from always being at the top. It came from learning how to keep going. And maybe that's why this moment means so much more to me. Because I know what it feels like to fall short, to try again, and to keep moving forward anyway. So I don't just stand here as someone who received highest honors. I stand here as someone who represents the journey we all shared, the effort, the setbacks, the growth, and the courage to keep showing up. And I hold on to this verse to let all that you do be done in love. Because in the end, love is what gives meaning to everything we do. It is what transforms effort into purpose and actions into impact. So, look around you, and this time, really look. In this moment, you are all surrounded by love, in the people who stood beside you, in the friendships that carried you through, in the moments that will stay with you long after today. And most importantly, there is just as much love within you, waiting to be given, waiting to be shared. So to my fellow Tamaraos, as we step into the unknown, let this be our reminder to show up even when it is difficult, to give our best even when no one else is watching, to choose purpose over pressure, and to find meaning in every step we take, but above all, to do everything in love. But I wouldn't be standing here today without my experiences, but more importantly, I wouldn't be here without the people who stood beside me in every single one of them. To my family, thank you for loving me in ways I didn't always understand, but I will forever be grateful for. Mommy, thank you for being my safe place, for holding me every time the world felt too heavy, for being there always 24/7. One call, one shout away, and you were already beside me. Thank you for correcting me when I was wrong, listening when I felt unheard, and comforting me when I felt like I was falling apart. If there is anything good in me, anything intelligent, anything strong, I know that it came from you and Daddy. But you were the one who taught me almost everything I know. And for that, my highest honors medal goes to you. Daddy, thank you for loving me in the quietest and strongest ways. I have never seen you cry, but just know that you can let your guard down today. Thank you for showing up, not with words, but with actions. for every drive, every late night pickup, every sacrifice that I didn't always see. Thank you for working tirelessly, not just for me, but for our family. I know that being a leader means making difficult decisions, and one of my hardest was when you and mommy had to be away from me for over a year because of my health when I was younger. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. That was love too. A painful, selfless kind of love. Thank you for being the kind of leader I grew up watching and the kind of person I aspire to become, if I'm not already similar. And for that, my leadership medal goes to you. To my little brother, Jacob, thank you for being my constant. No matter what happened, you always chose me. You stood by me, protected me, and listened to me, even when I didn't make sense. You always chose my side, and you were my kakampi. You held me at my lowest when I didn't know how to hold myself together. Thank you for putting up with me being your ate, and for your patience, your kindness, and your quiet strength. You inspire me more than you know. And thank you for always allowing me to be someone you can look up to. Because truthfully, I've always been looking up to you too. For always communicating and teaching me how to properly communicate the way I truly feel. And for that, my communication medal goes to you. To my classes, 11 STEM F and 12 STEM B. Thank you for proving that even through a screen, a class can feel like home. Thank you for the laughter, the support, and the warmth you gave so effortlessly. To me, you were more than just classmates. You were my people, my froggies, my care bears. You made this journey feel less lonely. To my advisors, Ms. Marvy Jane Santoral and Sir Delgin Poquilan, thank you for loving us like your own, even from a distance. You became our second parents through a screen, and somehow I still felt your presence, your care, and your belief in me. Thank you for lifting me up when I doubted myself, for always reminding me what I'm capable of. I hope one day I get to thank you in person. To all my teachers, thank you for the sleepless nights, the effort, the patience, and the dedication you poured into us. Thank you for teaching us not just lessons, but for shaping us who we are today. You are the reason we stand here ready to face the world. To my student council, my MAR Vice President, my Secretary, my PIO Carl, my representatives, Keisha, Liana, Fiona or Bel Mariano, Cassie, Fiona or Francine Diaz, and Stacy. Thank you for turning what could have been a heavy responsibility into something I never had to carry alone. Being SSC president was never easy, but with all of you, it never felt impossible. Thank you for showing up even when you were tired, even when it was hard. Thank you for believing in me and letting me lead not above you, but with you. I want to thank JM and Thea especially. Without the two of you, I wouldn't have been SSC president this year. I wouldn't have run at all. I wouldn't have had the courage to form the Spark Party list. JM, thank you for stepping down so I could run alongside you. That kind of selflessness is something I will never forget, and I will carry it with me with the way I choose to lead. Ate Thea, thank you for believing in me from the very beginning, for convincing me to take the risk, and for always being there, one message away. For reminding me who I could be even when I doubted myself. To the both of you, thank you for turning what was once an unfulfilled dream in junior high school to a reality in senior high school. To my FEUR Model United Nations Secretariat Council, my Director Generals, Ate Keith Altea and Ate Angel Bless, and my Head of Delegate Affairs, Fiona. Thank you for making it all possible. You didn't just support an event, you made a dream come true. Serving as your Secretary General and hosting the very first FEURMUN with you guys was something I only once imagined, and yet it was all very worth it. To my not-so-ates, my WSCs, again, my Ate Thea and my Ate Mariel. Ate Thea, thank you for being my constant one call away. From competitions, extracurriculars, and student council to cries, rants, and comfort, you were there. You listened, you understood, and you stayed. I've said this before and I will say it again. You were the truest friend I've ever had, and I will cherish that with me wherever I will go. Ate Mariel, thank you for always inspiring me. In many ways, you never fully realize. Your intelligence, your composure, your strength, watching you made me want to become better. And in moments where I didn't know what to do, I found myself asking, what would Ate Mariel do? Thank you for being someone I look up to, and for that, I owe all my WSC medals and WSC trophies to the both of you. To Ishi and you, Anne. From the very first day I talked to the both of you back in grade 11, I saw how good of people you are. You taught me a lot of things and unknowingly instilled some of your values and beliefs into me. You supported me whenever I wanted to do. You were the first people to choose me in group activities, and you always listened to what everyone had to say, kept an open mind, and stayed trustworthy no matter what. To my STEM wizards, I owe my Best in Science medal to you. To my Mobile Legends girls, Bea, Jade, and Luella. I've always been scared to have a wide circle of friends, or friends at all, due to past experiences. But you guys made it feel so light and easy, and I don't know how I would have survived my senior high school days without you. You showed me that there is truly good in everyone and shaped a lot of my beliefs about people and even myself today. And to all my friends here in FEU, the ones I hold close to my heart, as I said earlier, Ishi, Yuan, Bea, Jade, Luella, Ikay, Ron, thank you for showing me what real friendship feels like. You reminded me that life isn't just about the medals we chase, but the people we share our journey with. And because of you guys, I learned how to laugh a little louder, care a little deeper, and believe that there is always goodness in people. And above all, thank you to God for guiding me through every step of this journey, for listening to my prayers, even the ones I couldn't put into words, and for being there in the quiet moments, the sleepless nights, and the tears no one else saw, for holding me in many ways no one could, especially when I felt alone. You have always been my constant, my refuge, my strength, and I know no matter where life takes me, you will never let me walk alone. And so I go back to the question I asked at the very beginning. When was the last time you truly saw someone and wondered what way they're carrying? Because today I stand here with an answer. I saw you. I saw all of you. And because of that, I learned something important. To love what we do, to love the people around us, and love the process of becoming who we are meant to be. Because showing up is never easy. Loving what you do is not always natural, but choosing to do both is what changes you. And as we step into different paths, different stories, and different futures, I hold on to one thing with certainty, that I was lucky enough to exist in the same time, the same place, and in the same story as all of you. Because out of billions of people in this world, we found each other. And for that, for every lesson, for every memory, every shared moment, and every person who became a part of my story, thank you. Truly, deeply, thank you. You were seen, you were heard, and you were always a part of someone else's story. With understanding, with pressure, with moments we never talk about, the ones we hid behind smiles, the ones we carried alone. We did it. At kahit minsan mahirap, nagawa natin. We made it through. Always remember, even when the world feels too big or life seems too heavy, huwag kayong susuko. Keep showing up, keep giving your best, and keep living with love. And as Rumi said, let yourself be silently drawn to the strange pull of what you really love, and it will never lead you astray. So go forward, Tamaraos. Shine your colors, share your stories, and never forget, the world sees you, even in ways you cannot see yourself. This was Chenille Lisa Nicolas, your batchmate, your classmate, your IG mutual, and your friend. Congratulations, class of 2026. This is only the beginning. Hi guys, so I'm up here and just finished grass and my bed was full of flowers and we're gonna go out for granted. Hey guys, we are on the way to dinner. Hi vlog! This is Ian, this is Lucy, and together we are dinner! Yes! Okay, bye! Hi guys, we just finished eating and now we're going back to the hotel. And since this is my graduation vlog, stay tuned for my upcoming WSC vlog because it's tomorrow. So yeah, good night. Thank you for watching.